Hello, my name is Jay Williams and I run a punk protest inspired fashion label called emptyangelbrains, which I started back in 2017 in response to the current political and environmental crisis that has been getting worse over the past 2 decades. I started it as a kind of a vehicle to create positive change, I guess, and to try and encourage people. Well, I guess it's kind of become a platform that allows me to pass around information, teach myself and others about how to consume more ethically, consume less, and be more aware of how to suss out the brands and labels and shops that people are buying from, whether they're sustainable, pretending to be sustainable, or are actually doing good things for the planet and the community around them, and also try my best to do that for my own label. I create one-of-one reworks of second-hand clothing, so sourcing clothing from charity shops, eBay, vintage, anywhere I can find it, and then reworking it mainly with patches. So I create designs on Photoshop and things like that, like slogans and imagery of whatever topic I'm discussing. So it's normally my current project is a project called End Blind Mass Consumption. So I've been trying to encourage people to be more aware of how they consume, but doing it for a way that is a bit more maybe like easy to digest and enjoy, and still enjoying everything that I love and a lot of people love about fashion and wearing clothes and expressing themselves, but still with a very strong message, and kind of means people can walk around wearing these clothes and be a walking banner for the whatever the topic is that I've discussed in that item of clothing. So I hand screen print these patches onto offcuts and scrap material, and then sew them on and maybe rework the garment a bit if it's like breathe new life into it, give it a new sort of shape, or make it a bit more wearable for the current generation. Yeah, just sort of allow the old clothing that could have been thrown away to have a second life. Yeah, and try and just not always be making new things, not always using new materials, and trying to create positive change as I do that. I was first inspired to do it when I went to a Extinction Rebellion protest not long after they first started. I think it was the first full-scale London one, I want to say back in 2018. There was like thousands of people getting arrested. I was there for about a day, and it was crazy to see how many people were just completely committed and willing to sacrifice a lot and get arrested, and to have a chance of saving the planet and of encouraging change to combat climate change. And I really felt like I needed to be doing more, and I realised that the best thing that any of us can do is by using the thing that we already do. So for me it was doing my clothing, artwork, and using that to give a good message, or to protest against something, or to create a new option, so the clothing is a slow fashion alternative that isn't supporting corporations and is as sustainable as I can make it. Yeah, so I think that's a really important thing that I've learnt through doing it. I've been doing art my whole life, like painting, or I make a lot of music, and I've done film and stuff. But then when I started uni, I was doing fine art, and then transferred over to study fashion in second year, and found that was sort of the medium that suited how I wanted, or the things I wanted to express, because it was being used and it had a purpose, and it could express these political statements or environmental statements, but it wasn't just creating more stuff that sort of wasn't going to be used. I quite like the fact that people would wear it. Maybe even if they weren't that bothered about the message, they could still enjoy it for other reasons, just visually. So I really love how clothing can allow people to express how they feel in that day, and what they want to say, and even I'm quite a shy person, but maybe that wouldn't come across in my clothing. So even if I don't really feel like walking around every day and screaming in people's faces to make change and try and solve the climate issue and all the system issues we have currently, I can do that through just putting on a different outfit that has patches on that I can put these messages across with, and I find that really, really empowering, and try and give that opportunity to other people. Yeah, I think that's the main reason I love it, and also it's just running it as, I guess, a business, but also it's also sort of an activism project, and yeah, a fashion label. It means that I can. It just keeps me really busy. It's kind of my job and my hobby, which is kind of ideal. And it means I can do the like sewing and clothing creation side of it. I can do artwork. I can make films to promote it, there's just so much stuff that it can encompass. It doesn't have to just be sat at a sewing machine, like sewing the same pair of trousers, like batch producing stuff, which is another thing. So everything is one of one, so I try to never make the same piece again, or if something is working, then I'll make something similar, but I try to keep everything unique so people have more of a connection to it and feel feel closer to it, so they're less inclined to just flippantly get rid of it and buy something else and add to the huge amount of waste that we create each year, which is causing huge problems for the climate. Big thanks to Bluurg TV for asking me to do this. I've been hugely inspired by the punk DIY community and music and kind of attitude to everything for years, and it's really helped me with everything I create, and like inspiration and attitudes towards stuff. So it's really nice to be able to share what I create with the YouTube channel. Yeah, thank you. Cheers.